Do you want to get up in the morning at 4:45? In this video, I will share 11 things I do every morning to help me achieve that. So let's start with a very simple question. Why do we even want to get up early in the morning? And I think it boils down to one single thing, which is willpower. In the morning, we have the most willpower, and then throughout the day, it drains and it's getting harder and harder for you to focus and be productive. So I found that during first 2 hours of my day, I'm always very focused, always very self-aware, and that helps me to get a lot of things done. So that is generally the reason why waking up early in the mornings is very, very productive. So let's get into it. Before I start to describe my morning ritual, I want to point out a very important thing, that not only the waking up process is important in the morning, but it's also very important how you go in the bed. And with that, the most important thing, of course, is the time. You cannot expect yourself to stay awake till 12 or 1 o'clock in the night and then expect yourself to get up early with using these techniques. It just doesn't work that way. You have to, if you are going to get up early, you have to sacrifice this time in the evening part. So in my instance, because I get up at 4:45, I tend to go into bed at about 9:45 in the evening. It's not always exact, but I try to give myself 7 hours of sleep. Number one is I always place my alarm clock outside of my reach. And what this helps to do is it helps me to get out of the bed every morning and actually switch it off. And it's so much better comparing to just leaving the alarm clock near yourself, because you're in that sleeping state. And while you are in that sleeping state, it's going to be so much harder for yourself to convince your brain to say, oh, it's time to wake up, where you just feel so good while you're in the bed. Number two is getting some light. So the first thing when I wake up is I make my way to the bathroom and switch the light on. And light is going to put some pressure on my eyes and literally force me to open them. And that's exactly what I want to do in the morning. Number three, and this doesn't apply to everyone, but I do shave every morning. If you're a girl, you definitely don't need to do that. If you're a guy, well, it's up to you if you want to do that every morning. Number four is I wash my face with the water. So again, water is an interesting element, and once you wash your face and especially your eyes with the water, you will be more likely to stay awake. Also, I've tried to take a shower in the morning, and that helps as well. It just washing the face with the water is so much more quicker. So I just stick with that. Number five is when I go back to my room, I always drink a glass of water. And water is very important for your body because obviously 70 to 80% of your body is water. So it's very, very important to hydrate yourself. And that's why I drink every morning a glass of water. Number six is stretching. Obviously, I find the stretching very, very helpful for waking up my whole body. I used to not do stretching, but what I did find with that is that in the first half an hour or 45 minutes, I would be working on my things, but I would be still very, very sort of crunched and not really being very, very aware. And since I started to do stretching exercises in the morning, I really found that, once I sit down and start to work on the things, then I'm more and more aware and awake. So since ever I started, I now always do stretching. Number seven, straight after the stretching, is I do very quick exercise. I do exercise for about 3 minutes, and what I particularly do is I do the push-ups and I do the squats. And this is generally to generate the energy. That's where energy comes in my body. I increase my heart rate. I do 26 press-ups and 26 squats every morning. I kind of add one each week. as I go. So I've been doing it, I don't know, I think I started from something like 5 press-ups. I was surprised when I first did the press-ups. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do 20 or 15 or something, and then I did like 5, and I was like, what on earth, what I've been doing all the time, been sitting on the computer too much and not exercising. As though I have been running, and I thought I would keep and maintain my previous performance in terms of strength, because I used to do a lot of pull-ups and press-ups 20 easily. But looks like sitting at the computer doesn't really help much, and running as well. So that's about exercising. Number 8 is I practice gratitude, which is very important as well, I think. And more I find the things I can be grateful for, better I feel, and more I'm conscious about it, more and more things I keep finding. I know when I very first started to be grateful, it was like kind of hard, and I had to force myself to think about, what I can be grateful for. But then as I trained my mind to actually look for these things, I just find more and more and more, and I find things every single day. Practicing gratitude really drives a great state in your subconscious mind. Number 9 is I review my weekly priorities and I review my goals. This is a place where I really look at the things in a big picture, and I make sure I am still on the right track, because that is generally the reason why I'm getting up early in the morning, to work on my goals and to work on my priorities. So I just want to make sure that I'm still in line with what I'm trying to achieve. And I'm doing that by reviewing my goals and my vision, and in the meantime also looking through my weekly priorities to make sure, to ingrain in my mind what I really need to focus on, and get that focus right on these things. Number 10 is I normally have some snack. It's normally a fruit, it's either banana or apple or a snack bar. This is because I try to eat not late. Obviously I try to finish all the eating before 7 o'clock previous night, so I'm quite hungry when I get up. So I would normally treat myself with a quick snack, or with the apple or banana, and that keeps me going till the breakfast. And the last and the final thing, which I added recently, number 11, is celebrate. It's only a really tiny celebration about something what I've achieved day before. As I said, it doesn't need to be something huge, but you have to practice celebrating, because I think I've been quite bad at celebrating, and I just kept working and working and working. I never, pat myself on a shoulder and said, well done. So in the morning, as a bit of a celebration, I just celebrated one small victory, what I achieved the day before. So these were 11 things that I do every morning that helps me to get up at 4:45 in the morning. Just want to add one more thing to be completely transparent. I don't do that every morning. My weekend ritual is a little bit different, because I'm trying to spend a bit more time with my girlfriend. So what we do over the weekend is we go for a run very first thing in the morning. We aim for getting up at about 6:20, and then we go for an early morning run, then have a shower, and then have a healthy breakfast. So it is different the working days and the weekends. And to be honest, I try to give myself that little extra hour of sleep over the weekend, because the sleep is very important. And if you're not gonna get your proper sleep, then you just can't be productive. So I try to give myself normally 8 hours over the weekend, and during the working days I do about 7 hours. If I'm lucky. Not always it works out like that. Sometimes I got to be okay with the 6 when I got a lot of things to do, and so on. And finally, I want to share the most important thing, what I believe is contributing to your waking up success. the techniques and the practices I shared probably are accountable for about 20%, if that, of your waking up success. You can use any techniques, the best techniques in the world, and you still won't be able to get up early in the morning if you don't get one thing right, and that is your mindset. The thing is that you can use anything you want, but if you're not looking forward to what you're going to be doing on that day, you're not just going to be able to get up. And I want to give you a quick exercise to sort of prove the point. Think about last time when you went on a holiday, or when you were really looking forward to your day. Was it your graduation? Was it some other celebration? Something you were really, really looking forward to it. And think about, did you have a problem to wake up? And I don't think you did. I mean, at least every time I go on holiday, I'm so excited that I'm struggling to go into bed. And I have never ever had a problem, waking up before alarm clock. And it just proves that, using all the techniques is fine, and it does helps. But if you don't get your mindset right, you're never going to be able to get up early in the mornings. So that's my belief. And if you're looking forward to your days, probably you could not use all these techniques I mentioned or any other techniques. If you're really looking forward to your day, you don't need anything to get up. You would just jump out of your bed and go to do the things that you want to be doing and that you look forward to be doing. So that's my high belief. That's what I really believe in. That's what I do as well. I find that sometimes if I got these days when I'm like, oh gosh, tomorrow is going to be terrible, I find it reflects on my waking up process as well. I find that that I tend to be more sleepier, and it's so much more harder to get out of the bed just because I'm not looking forward to my days. So I hope this helps. You can use these techniques. They're definitely going to help you. But anyway, that was me, Janis from Driven by Goal, helping you to achieve your goals. Make sure you subscribe for the channel, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next episode. In case you have some techniques you use in your waking up routine, I would love to hear them in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.